Hello everybody, my name is Leon Minquest. So today we're going to be talking about cost of goods sales. So we've mentioned this phrase a lot when we talk about the income statement, right? But what is it actually? Because when we sell something, won't we just earn? The answer is no. Cost of goods sales are costs that come directly from the progress of providing goods or services for your consumers. So it could be a lot of problems regarding the cost of goods sales section, and it could cost you plenty much of money. So let's look a little bit at what may cost in this progress. First is labor cost. Whenever there's going to be any form of service or any forms of goods being produced, that is when human needs are in, right? Maybe some products are being held by machines, but a lot of time, if it is a good, still human will help. But if it's in service, then probably human would be the person that's going to serve that, right? So the labor work cost will be almost like when you give your employees the money when they provide your customers the service or their goods that you offer. So that is the labor cost. Moving on, we have is the material cost. Every service or everything would need to have a cost of the material. So let's say you sell notebooks, so you need to have the cost of the papers, printing, colors, all of those things to create a book, right? So that is also the materials inside of it that's going to affect the cost of goods sold in the end of the day. Because again, these things are made out of these materials, and these materials are free. And thirdly, we have is the operation cost. Operation cost is the cost where you'd spend to operate something. So it could be like your machines, or operate the policies, or operate the procedures. That is very, very important whenever you're producing any form of service or any form of goods, especially goods. So these are the three very main types of things that contributes to the ending cost of goods sales of your business. Now, what's even more interesting is that these costs of service will be a part that's going to be deducted from the total sales, the gross sales that you got, right? So let's say your product is $20. You sell them, and then your cost of goods sales is $8. So that means from that thing you would benefit only $12, and the remaining $8 would be for you to pay for the lab reports, the material costs, the operation costs, and everything like that. So that is what the cost of goods sales is. So cost of goods sales is the sales that's directly took. It's like the cost that directly took from the sales that you need, and the cost that you need to pay to provide a service or a good. And it could be the labor cost, the material cost, or the operation cost, which are very, very important aspects in a business. And it's very important for you to be able to calculate your cost of goods sales in total, so that you can calculate your income statement and you can calculate out your net income. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.